So the question is, okay, let's say I'm coming from the perspective of somebody who's planning to make a bar mitzvah for 10, 20, 30,000, 40,000 shekels, or the I don't know. Well, how much does it cost? And when people say, how much does it cost? It's like asking how long is a piece of string, okay? So how much does it cost? How much does what cost? A guaranteed of a guarantee. How much does it cost that this is going to be guaranteed, meaningfully memorable and fantastically fun? How much does that cost? Okay, 10, 20, 30, 40, or 50,000 shekels. That's how much it costs. I can't tell you that if you're going to hire just me at a certain price point, 3,500 or 4,900 or 6,000, that you're going to have simcha, you know? For a simcha, you need to hire the Holy Simchas event group. I can tell you I'll be there and I'll be doing my best, but if you hired Mr. Magnet Man, who I've never heard of and never, he might come with an attitude of, oh, I told them I'd do 1,000 magnets and I got to get 1,000 magnets out and then go home. He could ruin your party. If you're hiring a caterer who you could find a caterer who's going to charge less than what we're going to include in our package, for sure, but he's going to come there and he's going to, he might be a hit or miss. There's no accountability. In other words, he's an Israeli caterer who works with tons of Israelis, and he's in a price point where he has to undercut and keep undercutting. He's under a certain amount of stress that is going to prevent him from being able to deliver a quality service from time to time. He's going to have bad days. The reason why that works out and he can stay in business is because the pool of Hebrew speaking is so big. The benefit there is they're saving a little bit of money. The drawback is it could always fall out on their simcha that he's stressed because he's trying to work with such small margins. Now you take a Holy Simcha's events guru or event group caterer. Now you know that he has reputation, he has integrity, he has the kashrut you want. He has accountability. Because if somebody were to complain or he would have forged, I've heard about people forging their kashrut certificates or change chefs and bring in some, cheaper chef who's not really good, then we're going to hear about it and he's going to lose his accreditation and the Holy Simchas events group. So that's kind of how it works. That's what's in it for you, is you get the Holy Simchas kind of assurance, events group assurance. You're going to have people who are going to be, let's say, not smoking on the job, not taking a smoking break during the most important times. Photographers, caterers who aren't going to be like the waiters are going to be there with a smile on their face. Even like I just take in all of the culture around joy that I grew up with around California and bring that flavor in. Like there were restaurants where I'd been at restaurants where all the waiters would come sing happy birthday to somebody in Daly City, in the Santa Cruz Mountains at a pasta place. If there's somebody's birthday, then the waiters can instead of hanging out and taking a break, sometimes even in the room where the simcha is going on and like talking over the simcha, over the speech. No, why not, instead of just going neutral, saying, you know what, the waiters at your event will also be carrying a smile on their face. And not only will they be quiet when you guys are giving a speech and not jabbing, they will also maybe even come out and double up as misamchim, because the effect of having so many people on a dance floor, when you have some people who are kind of like encouraging people, the icebreakers, to get into the dance circle. For some people, they're on the fence about whether they can get on the dance floor or not. So if they get a little nudge from somebody who's like, oh, their shirt says Holy Simcha, oh, I'm at a Simcha, and they get a little nudge, a little physical, like, hey, little gentle, or a face or an escort kind of hand, like they use on the tarmac at airports, just like, this way, then everybody's there. And then you have the kiyum of Hallelujah Betofu Machol, and then you have the Machol. And so coming back to like, if you don't have an MC party pumper and you just have a DJ, you could have a gummed up dance floor. You could really risk having a bad dance floor, and you could have a decent dance floor. You could, and you're missing the magic of what's made Holy Simcha's dance floors incredible for over 1,000 events for over 10 years, which is why we have had the best fans in the world who have put us at the top of Google and the top of the most frequently recommended DJs for bar bat mitzvahs in Israel, in the English space in Israel for 10 years. Thank you, fans. I think that's what they're part of what they're sensing, of their appreciating, and that's the quality of standard that all of our events, the synergy that all of our events groups provide. So, and that's what we impart onto anybody who comes into the group.